MP4 video. So right here I've created a very simple Blender animation with a cube that is rotating. And you can see that the scene is made up of only 3 separate objects here. We have the camera, the cube, and a light source. And all 3 are important for rendering, because if I render without any of these 3 things, if I render without a light source, then you will not see what's happening in the scene. If I render without a camera, well, I can't. I cannot render without a camera. There must be an active camera for it to understand where is the picture going to be coming from, because it does not come from the angle that I'm looking at the object from in Blender. In fact, it's going to be coming from this box right here. To see what your camera actually sees is very important, because if your camera is in the wrong position, then your animation is not going to look right. So to see what it sees, go to View, Viewport, Viewpoint, and Camera. And that is what the camera will see. You can see that this box is what the screen would be displaying if you saved this as a video. And because I used the pre-made scene here, it's exactly as I want it. It's nothing too complicated. If you're doing something much more complicated with camera, just make sure that the camera is capturing what you want to see. Anything outside of this area out here, you're not going to see. Okay, so first things first, make sure that the animation is as long as you want it to be. So I want 119 frames exactly. I'm happy with this. And then we go over to this tab right here. I believe it's called Output Properties. It's not popping up. Just click on this one here. I think maybe Render Properties, maybe Output Properties, I forgot. I don't see the little keyframe popping up. But down here, as you scroll down a little bit, you're going to see what kind of output you're going to be putting out. So what kind of file and where. First thing, it's going to default to saving to the TMP folder. Please change that, because you're probably going to have a hard time finding that. So just open that up. And I made a nice folder, my animation from Blender, and just accept. So now it's going to save my video in this folder that I just chose. But right now it's set to save the video as a series of many pictures. That's not what I want. So instead of this, I'm going to click on the PNG. PNG is picture, and you can see all of these are images here. On the right side it says movies. Please use the FFmpeg video. If you click on that and then scroll down to encoding, you can open this up, and right now it says container matroska. Don't do anything down here, but this is wrong. So to fix it, we're just going to use a pre-made template for the encoding found right here. So the 3 dots and the 3 lines, if you click on that, it'll show you many different options here. We want H.264 in MP4. That's the one we want. See how it says MP4. So we click that, and that's done. So we're done. We're ready to encode. You can change the quality of your video here. If you want very high quality, then it's going to take a much longer time to render. But you can play around with those settings yourself. I'll just leave it at the default and go over to the top where it says render. And we just choose to render animation. As I click that, it's going to open a new window. And on each frame, it's going to figure out what the frame should look like. It'll save that frame as part of the video. And then after it's completed, which in this case it'll be doing 119 frames, so we can see it's doing frame number 7 right now. Once it gets to frame 119 and finishes, then we'll have a video saved in the folder that I chose. Okay, I hope that helps.